Hello everyone and welcome to the Edmonds Racing Preview Show. Well, the boys are here on the perch ahead of a huge day of racing here at the Gold Coast Turf Club, the $2 million Queensland Dual Race Day, and there's a big team assembling from the Edmonds Racing Stable, and another feature race day here at the Turf Club, the home track. And how's the track looking?
Yeah, it's starting to come back okay. Shame they had to race last Saturday because it was still quite heavy last Saturday. You would have seen the results and watched it on TV. It did chop it up a bit, but it's a great track, great drawing track, you know, if it gets the opportunity. And this week we've had a pretty good drawing week. So the wind's up today, as you hear a couple of bangs and that in the background. And we've had that wind for a couple of days. So blew really hard Tuesday, Wednesday, and it's up again this morning. So look, I think he's got a soft 5 already. Whether it's quite there or not, I'm not sure. But, don't expect any worse anyway.
Okay. And Trent, we've mentioned about the growth of turf club meetings, apart from the Magic Moons, you know, these sort of meetings that have really gone from strength to strength in recent years, and good to have a big team heading into the day.
Yep, that's right. All of these sort of Saturday Metro meetings, I think the club's done a fantastic job in really driving the promotion and getting them to the level where they're at. I think with this meeting, and I've said it before, with this 2-year-old duel, I'd like to see it 2 weeks before the slipper, because if you've got
not the week before.
Well, it's Saturday.
Same day.
It's the same day this year, but I'd like to see it 2 weeks before to at least maybe give that cutest horse a chance to qualify and a Queensland horse a chance to qualify for the slipper.
Yep. Okay.
And anyway, that might be something that could be worked on, but yeah, that'd be ideal. If you had a pretty smart cutest horse, why not have 2 bites at the cherry? And if you were to win this race, then it'd be a perfect lead-in a couple of weeks prior. But anyway, that's a discussion for another date. This race day is huge, and massive prize money on offer for Queensland-based horses.
Yeah, how good. Well, let's get into the preview. As we mentioned, 6 runners lining up. First of those, Toba's Indian Dreamer in a benchmark 75 handicap over the 1800, and he's had a month between runs and was pretty good to finish third over a shorter trip in a trial here last week on the heavy.
Yeah, we gave him a tick over trial last Thursday. Would have, and he actually dashed up okay on that very, very heavy track on trial day. Just needed that little bit of a top off to get him back up to his fitness level. Look, his last run was a little bit pedestrian. We thought he'd win. He'd beaten the winners, beat the eventual winner the start before, and he just fell out of the gates and sort of got into an uncompetitive position. Callow on Saturday. I think that's a good move. He's a good, strong rider, Noel Callow, and this horse needs that type of rider. As long as he begins, he's not going to be far away from him. He'll be getting home pretty hard. His work here Tuesday morning was really good, and it's come through that trial nicely. And month between runs, not so much worried about. We just think he's probably, even though it's out to 1800, we think he's a bit better with fresher legs than tired legs, and. He looks super, the horse, you'll see him Saturday and he's glowing in the coat and he's ready to go.
Very good. Well, no doubt the Lucky Clover team will be out in force here on Saturday.
Yeah, I think there's a few of them working, unfortunately, but I think they're going to get a bit of a team together and be here. They love a race day, so I think they're going to join in. Archer Park Archer Park got a box here as well. I think they're going to join in with them and see if they can fill it up. So yeah, it should be good.
Very good. Well, good luck to the Lucky Clover team there with Indian Dreamer. Trent, 2 runners line up in the flyer, the 900 metre open handicap. One of your favourites, Usmanov. Barrier 11, no favours there. Ryan Maloney, and then also Global Citizen. He drew well, barrier 4 for Jaden Lloyd, and Usmanov hasn't been seen since the Aquas Wave race day here.
Yeah, that's been by design as well. Been disappointing his first 2 runs back of the preparation after what we thought were a couple of pretty good trials. So it's been a bit of a head scratcher. Bailey, who's obviously his regular rider, not riding anymore. His reports both times were that he wasn't as brilliant as previous over the 900, which I just thought was a bit strange. So we've basically backed off him for a little bit and prepped him up, and we've just done a few things different with him this week. We haven't actually galloped him, we've just done a lot of slow work and a bit of swimming and just been basically playing around with him, hoping that come Saturday, he's bucking his brands off and he's got that spark back in him and he's, got a bit of speed back in his legs. So hopefully it works. Barrier's a little bit tricky. One scratching drawn inside him already. So I suppose he just needs to do it. He's probably closer to the end of his career than the start, you'd definitely say. But Saturday's going to tell us a lot more. We need to see him back in form. Fair track, favourable journey and favourable track. He loves it here. That's why sort of that race on Wave Day
Didn't make sense.
It didn't make sense. He went horribly and he got a soft track and conditions to suit, and he still raced poor, so I wasn't quite sure what was going on there. But he's every chance on Saturday to bounce back. He's got a bit of weight, but he just needs a little bit of luck early in the run with Ryan on.
Okay. Well, that's interesting about what you've done with him, tinkering things with his training regime. And then Tobe, Global Citizen, he's had a month between runs.
Yep.
Also, obviously, largely due with the wet weather and everything.
Yeah,
but,
wet weather, and there hasn't actually been a race for him. Program just nothing at all. We could have thrown him out to 1200 in a Class 6, which was programmed for Doomben, but that particular week it was hosing down with rain. We knew the track was going to be heavy, and he's not a heavy track horse. He's just legless on wet ground. Handles soft, the jar out of it's fine, but wet ground he's
Bottom
horrible
stuff
on.
at 1200 would have been questionable.
And they end up moving the meeting to we didn't even nominate, but they end up moving the meeting to Toowoomba, so we wouldn't have went there with him anyway.
Right.
And this is the next available race really. So look, he's a sharp horse. It's a big step up in grade though to what he's been running against. I would take Usmanov. I haven't even been through the whole field yet. To be truthful, it's still a couple of days out, but. So I'm only updating on what we're seeing at the moment, horse by horse. So it's a big step up in grade. He's got a good weight relief with Jaden on. He'll claim 2. So he gets down to 52 kilos. He's a fast horse. He races well at the Gold Coast too. His first up run here was very, very good with, I think Jag rode him, didn't he?
Yep.
And run super quick time. His sectional was great. It was very comparable with these type of horses, open company horses. So look, he begins good. I suppose the other thing we need to is his how solid he is and his intestinal fortitude against horses that can match it with him. We've seen it a couple of times where he's drawn awkward and he hasn't got his own way. He hasn't been quite tough
when he's had a bit of pressure.
Saturday's a good test for him, if against these type of horses, because they're all fast horses and
very
they can all
high
run,
pressure.
and a lot more pressure than you get going through your grades. So. Good test for him. I like he's got a soft barrier. He's going to get a track with a bit of jar out of it, suit him.
And low weight.
Because he's got dodgy feet and he's got no weight. So he's got a lot of pluses, but my concern or our concern is the how tough he is against fit, hard season runners. So good luck to everyone there. So hopefully, it's not proven us wrong. It's only stating the obvious. He needs to do it under this pressure. So let's hope he can.
Yeah, for sure. Well, good luck to both sets of connections there. Hopefully they both run well in that fly. They'll go like the clappers, won't they? So always good to see. Smart and Sexy makes her return in the $150,000 Military Rose Plate over the 1100, and she won a trial here at the Gold Coast in Feb. And then obviously there's a lot of rain around and everything. And then she was down the track here on the heavy in a trial last week. What do we make of that one?
Mate, we're still scratching our head over that trial last week.
Said she just didn't handle the track, so we looked after it basically, and that's what. And to be fair to like people scratch their heads and that, but that's what some of these better riders, better more experienced riders will do with the horse if they know they're not handling it. It's only a barrier trial. They don't have to compete. It's a bit of fitness. Okay, she struggles through the soft and heavy going. Why hurt her? Why hurt her to make up a couple of lengths if she's not handling it? Doesn't matter. I think we judge her on the second trial. It was a week apart from Sunny Coast to here. Just judge her on that, I feel.
And she's still winless first up. That's the only problem.
Okay.
She's got under our guard a few times. We think we're taking her to the races and she's ready, and then she disappoints first up, and then second up she flies. So, this is a big race and a good kick-off for her. So hopefully she can prove us wrong and do something first up. But I wouldn't be surprised just to see her take one and then bounce into her prep really well.
Yep.
That'll culminate in the Archer, hopefully, if she's going good enough. The Archer Park guys have got a slot in that, and she's probably one of their better horses at this stage. So, providing all is well, I think we should be just centering our campaign on that race for her.
Okay, well, that'll
I
be
think
exciting.
the thought process behind that is, the Archer Park team bought a slot, obviously looking for a horse to fill that slot.
Want one of their own horses to represent.
And
Yeah,
clearly she's their best horse at the moment, I think, unless they pull something out of Sydney, which I don't know whether they've got one at that level yet. And this filly's performed well at Eagle Farm, which is a very similar surface to Rockhampton.
Okay.
Every bit as firm. So, and she seems to race good on that for a filly that's had fetlock issues all her life. She races good on the firm track. So, hopefully we're on the way there.
Well, that'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So hopefully she runs well here Saturday, and then I guess go from there.
Racing the Archer for the Archer Park team.
Sounds pretty good.
Everything
Marketing tick.
Marketing tick.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's your job.
Well, very good. Well, good luck to the Archer Park team there. And then let's turn our attention to the big race, or one of the big races. $500,000 on offer here, the Tab Cutest Jewel for the 3-year-olds. And good to have 2 runners in the big race.
Yep, for sure. Boho Beauty, she's continually improving. Got to step up a little bit to this grade, and it's tough as nails. Very strong race. There's a lot more depth in the 3-year-old than the 2-year-old, I feel. Blackjack Boom. Only Blotney's copybook was an ordinary effort at Toowoomba the other day. A bit of a head scratcher, but work since has been good and solid. Soft barrier, can't complain at all. He'll be right there, and he'll be there when the whip's cracking.
You've got some video of their work, I think, haven't you?
Yeah, from Track Work Tuesday.
We'll put that up for him, and I'll just jump in on Blackjack Boom. I saddled him up at Toowoomba the other day, and he went to the barriers bucking. Okay, so he had a bit of a bee in his bonnet from the start.
Saturday.
Okay.
And he came out of the saddling enclosure and went psh, and got into it, and all the way to the barrier he was crow-hopping and carrying on. So
He didn't like it up there.
I think he might have put the wind up, Robbie.
I think
range.
Robbie might have had some brown spots in his pants going there because thought it was going to drop him. Anyhow, anyway, it was just head scratching to me as well. Like for a horse at over 1,000 metres has been dynamic from the barrier.
He's led here over 900 before as well.
And then he got back.
And then he got back in and around, and just think it's a forgive run. I don't think it's actually Toowoomba itself. Maybe he just had a beanie's bonnet on the day.
Yeah, okay.
But you have a look, judge him on. You have a look at his work on Tuesday morning. You'll see the video Adam put up. He flew on Tuesday morning, so he's still in good form.
Yeah, well, they both looked good, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
And obviously, as you said, Boho Beauty for the strong bloodstock team. It's a bit of it's a step up, but she's going well too.
You've got to have a crack at it. I mean, she's won her last
she's won a couple. She's got into the race easily. So.
Yep.
Very good.
Good money.
Yeah, well, exciting times for connections there and the stable as well. So good luck to everyone involved there. And they're the runners for the big day, the 6 runners. So can we find a best bet amongst them?
I'm going to go early, kick off with Indian Dreamer and Blackjack Boom each way special.
Okay.
I just think Indian Dreamer with Callow on board, 1,800 metres, time to settle into the race properly and then hit his top at the right time. Good solid trial the other day, he's ready to go.
Sounds good.
I agree, Indian Dreamer. I think Callow suits. He's horse looking for the journey, the distance, and I think you'll find he'll be saluting on Saturday.
Very good. Well, get the cash early with Indian Dreamer is the message there.
Yep, correct.
So they're the runners. You got some best bets and some insights and on the runners ahead of the weekend. The last thing I guess it leaves us, obviously off the back of the race meeting, is the March Cutest sale, Monday, Tuesday. What's the approach there?
We're a little bit quiet, but still we've got anyone buying anything. So I suppose we'll be there.
Hopefully win a race on the weekend and someone wants to put their hand up. I think James Moss, the Tricolours guys, have got a booth here, a suite, I should say, with 30 clients coming. So Boomer can get the job done. I'm pretty sure he'll be active the next couple of days after that.
Depends on if he wins. I'm sure they'll buy.
Okay, well, let's hope for a big day Saturday and you can dovetail into the sales. But good luck to everyone over the weekend.